Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about crystals. Yeah, about crystals. And what about crystals am I talking about today? What I'm talking to you about today is the question, is it in your head or is it the crystal? I do, because a lot of the new people to my YouTube channel, a lot of the new people to my Instagram are very new to crystals, and it's okay, because I teach spiritually advanced content. I teach spiritually advanced knowledge about crystals. Spiritually advanced stuff that's not even online. Things that you can test out for yourself and it will work. So basically, I have been opening a few people's worlds with the power of crystals and what they actually do. It's actually very simple. It's literally automatic and it's 1, 2, 3. You don't really have to think about it. You have to think about it every single day. I mean, it's okay, but the real power is actually in both your mind and the crystals. So let's talk about a crystal such as the 7 chakra bracelet. I talked about that yesterday. If you didn't watch that video, go ahead and watch that video. It talks in detail about what the 7 chakra bracelet actually is. It's mainly in the mind. It's a token. It's a symbol of spirituality. And can it help you? Yes, it can help you. Is it going to help heal your chakras? Nope, not at all. In a sense that it's going to help you align mentally with your spirituality? Okay. Is it going to help align any energy centers in your body? No, not really. 0.05% of your chakras will be aligned by wearing that little crystal bracelet, and part of it is because of your mind. Now it does represent something. It is good to have. It helps maybe you're learning the chakras, maybe you're brand new to spirituality and that's a good start for you. Yeah, now your connection to the bracelet, your connection to it as a charm, it could just be all plastic. Most of those 7 chakra bracelets are just plastic anyway, so you're not going to get the healing effects from the fake crystals on those 7 healing chakra bracelets, because most of them are fake. They're just flat out fake. At best, you'll get a dyed howlite, and that won't really do too much as a one bead, but especially on your wrist. The thing is, that's going to help you connect mentally. That's actually the first part in connecting the crystals. Now, I have encountered people who say that, oh, the crystals are all just in your head, and they'll wear black tourmaline, and then everyone who's bad will stop messaging them, coming around them. I've had people put on obsidian and their exes stop attacking them. People put on Tigray and they stop getting stalked immediately, and they're like, oh, I don't know if it's the crystal. I don't know if it's the crystal or if it's the power of my mind. I had a person go to the casino with a green adventuring cuff that I sold them, and they played on the machine. The first machine, they won $10,000. They were with their friend. They didn't really believe it was the crystal. They're like, I kind of think it's the crystal. I don't know, because like it's supposed to be a luck crystal, but I know this crystal stuff, like energy is real, which there's still people out here. I remember I had to distance myself from a certain part of Fort Lauderdale. When I talk to people and I actually help these people and like say, yeah, there's more than just energy is real, but I've been around people who are like, yeah, dude, energy is real. Life is energy. I'm like, okay, cool. You got a foothold into a spirituality now. Now balance some chakras. I've come across people who flat out say energy is not real. Read a biology text, because if you don't believe energy is real, or open a biology textbook, because okay. School will help you at that point. Even middle school, they'll teach you about that in middle school. If you've missed middle school, find out that energy is real based on a chemical equation. Everything is energy. Everything can be measured. Okay, let me get back to my story about the casino. So basically, this guy, he got a green adventure cuff from me, and he didn't really know if crystals were real or if it's the energy of the crystals, because a lot of people don't know how to feel energy. When they're feeling energy, they train their minds to flat out doubt the energy, and they reject them feeling anything at all. Some people, you'll put a crystal in their hand and they can tell you everything about it. Some people will put the crystal in it and they're like, it feels like a rock. And those are the people who actually train themselves not to feel energy at a young age. So at a very young age, we all can feel some kind of energy just due to a past life. But our parents are just systematics of training, like, oh, you feel tingly in your hands? Maybe you need to wash your hands or something like that. So yeah, I do encounter that. When I'm around my nephews who are young, I say, okay, close your eyes right now. And I'm always a serious uncle. So I'm like, close your eyes right now and tell me what you see in your eyes. And they'll start joking around at first. And I'm like, oh, no, tell me right now. And they get kind of, okay, I'll tell you what I see. And they start seeing the future. Flat out, they're not making stuff up. I remember I got something with like a penguin logo on it. And I had my niece tell me, oh, she saw a penguin in her third eye, and the next day I actually found what I was looking for was a penguin on a logo. So yeah, I'm not gonna say what it was, so I'm not advertising the company, but but yes, spirituality, energy is real. So getting back to the story, because I know you guys are waiting for that. So the guy got a green of entering this cuff from me, and he went to the casino. He didn't really believe, like he kind of believed, like he's kind of open. Maybe it's just the power of the mind, like you never know, energy's real. That's the kind of guy this dude was. Now, he played the first slot machine he played on, he got $10,000. And he's like, I kind of think it's the bracelet, this is awesome. I kind of think it's the bracelet, I don't know if it's the bracelet, like energy's real, bro. Like I think energy's real and energy's immaculate, just vibes. Vibes. It's this kind of guy. So he took it off, and I say to you guys, don't share your crystals because you're just swapping energy. And he gave it to his friend. He's like, you put it on, you play the slot machine, because the friend didn't win on their first slot machine. The friend put on the cuff, won exactly $10,000 as well on a machine. And they're like, oh, the crystal is real. And he's messaging me paragraphs and just like sending me pictures of him in the casino walking out with all these different winnings and stuff like that. I'm like, it took you that to realize that it's real? Like, first of all, let me get to this right now. Crystals, and people, like, I've had someone join my live last night. They're like, I can't believe you guys think rocks are real. And I'm like, if you know chemical compositions and that these are all just different minerals from within the earth, you need to study a geology book and a textbook before you tell people rocks have nothing in them. Okay, study biology first. If you truly don't know if you don't know anything about anything, start with school. Or I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're going around trying to preach knowledge it just says that you have not read a textbook, read a textbook. I'm not kidding. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not bashing you. Open a biology textbook, open a geology textbook, and before you open your mouth and say, oh, crystals are just rocks and they don't do anything, they're all just different colored rocks. Okay, what makes the colors? Well, just minerals. Minerals make the colors. Open your eyes, open your mind. Start with school first. I'm not kidding. Like, start with, even if you're home, you can homeschool yourself. Take a course in geology. Take a course in biology. Don't spew utter nonsense because you lack belief in yourself. Period. Like, when you don't believe in yourself, here's a little sign for people who don't even believe in themselves. And I'm not, like I said, this video is helping you. I'm straightforward advice and it's helping you. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to go around thinking everything else is not true. I've made a video about what happens when people think, if you think everyone else is lying, you're the liar. If you don't believe in everything around you, you don't believe in yourself. Everything starts with you waking up out of bed and starting with yourself. If you don't believe in anything, you don't believe in yourself. Start with yourself. Confront yourself. I heavily encourage that. It's called shadow work. I think it will help you if you don't believe in yourself. Now for the people who believe in themselves and they're kind of open to crystals, like I said, I would highly suggest any kind of crystal you're looking at, study what minerals make the inclusions to be that color. Let's just say sodalite has a heavy content of sodium in it. What does sodium do? It literally helps you calm down on a physical level. It helps you relax. It changes your blood vessels. It changes just different cells in your body. It helps you absorb water. That's why it helps you absorb information. It's because sodalite is actually so sodium based that it's helping you absorb and remember things and retain different memories and helping you connect the guides because you're more grounded and balanced and helps calm thoughts down because it's doing the same thing. These are minerals. So I'm not teaching, I'm not advertising that this is, nothing for medical purposes. I'm saying that these crystals are these colors because Mother Nature made them in the ground. She made these crystals before you were made. Now, back to the 7 chakra bracelet example. Someone said, oh, but the power of the mind. Okay, listen. I understand that the power of the mind can fuel that bracelet, but there's nothing spiritually in that bracelet. No spiritual mineral content. Because amethyst is purple hues connect to the crown. Howlite, it connects to the higher self as well. Turquoise, the throat chakra. If there's jade in there or citrine, the jade's going to the heart chakra, the citrine's going to the solar plexus chakra. If it's just plastic, it's just plastic. But it's helping you realize what spirituality is. Like I said, it's not bad. It's a start. We all have to start somewhere, but don't go sticking with plastic or glass beads. And some of you have come up to me and they're like, my black tourmaline doesn't work. Like, it's not keeping away enemies. It's not doing its job. And I come to find out it's sometimes it's onyx, but most likely it's glass. It's flat out glass. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, you have glass. You're wearing glass. Whoever sold you that scammed you and ripped you off. Well, it was only like it's only this much money. And I'm like, you use a tiny amount to get a large amount of crystals. If a diamond's worth $50,000 and someone's selling it for $10,000 or $5,000, there's something wrong. Evaluate that. So now I'm talking about the black tourmaline. If you're wearing glass as black tourmaline, it's not doing anything the black tourmaline's doing. Keep in mind, even on a physical scale, black tourmaline's blocking off EMF, electromagnetic frequencies. Black tourmaline blocks that off. Plastic doesn't, glass doesn't, onyx doesn't. Black tourmaline is black tourmaline. Nothing else is black tourmaline. Your mind telling it that it's black tourmaline is not going to make it black tourmaline. I have to be real with you guys, because you guys like, well, it's the intention that matters. Intention doesn't mean anything when it comes to transmuting glass to an actual crystal. I mean, it can if you focus, if you actually acknowledge that you're putting the intention, but that's a whole different something else. You don't even need a piece of plastic that you can focus your intention into an energetic shield. But that takes a lot of energy and a lot of focus, which a lot of people really don't have, let alone the people who are working with plastic or glass. If you want to see, I should make a video about Andara glass coming up. Andara glass is literally, because glass has energy. It has energy. Now people, and it's beyond me, people will take slag glass, trash glass, and put it, like drill a hole through it, or like put it, wire wrap it, and then sell it for, I don't know, like a few $1,000s for a little tiny piece of glass. But it's Andara glass, and some people will flip out so heavily when they get the glass in their hands. It's because they put so much of their mind into the crystal that's just glass. Andara glass is glass. You put so much of your beliefs into the crystal that it works, that when you finally get it, your mind's sending off all these frequencies. That is the placebo effect. That 100% is the placebo effect with Andara glass. Keep in mind, it's still glass, and glass carries energy. You can actually program the glass of windows and businesses. I'll talk about that later. But Andara glass, for example, is just glass. The power of your mind does fuel it. Now let's talk about what happens when you put the mind, when you take your mind and work them together with the crystals. So now you believe in the crystals, you're doing your part, you're combining the mental side of the crystals, and the crystals doing the work themselves. You cleanse and charge it, it's gonna work. Now you're believing in them that it's gonna work. It's gonna work 100% and 100 times stronger. Same thing with acupuncture. Acupuncture is actual needles in your skin. If you don't believe that a needle in your skin is gonna do something, okay. I've encountered people who don't believe in anything. The thing is, I'm gonna talk about those kind of people again right now. People who don't believe in anything, they're waiting for something to come along and slap them in the face and be like, it is real, okay. But they're not gonna find that because they're out here disproving everything. When Jesus died on the cross and he had his scars, it took some of the people to actually touch the scars to believe it was real. And they're like, oh, okay, it's real. At that point, if it takes that much for you to realize something's real, you evaluate yourself. You have to open your mind. That is why you face the blockages that you do. If you don't believe in anything, how are you gonna believe that you're gonna be in a better place tomorrow? And it goes outside of crystals. It starts with yourself. Crystals are a ladder, they're not a crutch. You don't use them, and I've seen this little meme on Instagram, this little rock is gonna save my life. No, you save your life. Don't use the crystals as a crutch. Save yourself. The crystals will help you, but align yourself. Same thing with, I've had several people do this. People will get blue apatite from me knowing it helps them lose weight, but you have to work with the crystal. It's literally called apatite, blue apatite. And I had one woman in particular message me, and she said I could share this. She's out here eating a cake, like a birthday cake, like an actual cake every single day, and she messaged me, hey, and this is not the only person to message me. She's like, hey, the blue apatite doesn't work. And I'm like, list your diet. And she says, well, I start off my day with a bag of potato chips, and then lunchtime I'll have a cake from a bakery. I'm like, you're eating more than you did when you didn't have the blue appetite. Don't use it as a crutch and expect why are you gaining weight. Now your bracelet doesn't fit you because you're eating a birthday cake a day. It's not even your birthday. Like, come on. Align your mind with the crystals and they're gonna work. If they're glass, if they're plastic, they're not gonna work. I mean, glass holds energy. It's your mind that's working. But again, at that point, if you're trying to use glass or plastic as black tourmaline, and you're like, it's about the intention, you need to wake up. Get real. Literally, get real. Get real crystals. That'll help you. This is not imagination land. This isn't, I don't even watch TV. I don't know what example to say from TV, but align yourself. Just the best way to use crystals with the power of your mind, because the mind is everything. Like I said, with acupuncture, your body can reject acupuncture if you truly don't believe in it. Your body can reject implants, just several different things if you don't believe it'll work. You can look it up. It's science. It's proven science. Align yourself to the crystals. Cleanse and charge your crystals. Focus into helping yourself. Don't rely on the crystals 100% because they're a ladder. They're not a crutch. And you're going to see miracles happen. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.